June 28, 2026. CNN is running one story, BBC is running one story, and Reuters and AP and every major news outlet in the world, they are all telling you the exact same thing, and the story goes like this. Iran violated the ceasefire. Iran used drones to attack a Panama-flagged oil tanker called the MT Kiku while it was transiting through the Strait of Hormuz, and the United States was forced to respond, so CENTCOM, that is U.S. Central Command, launched airstrikes against 10 Iranian military targets in and around the strait, and then Donald Trump went on Truth Social and warned. And if you found this update helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss. And I am quoting him directly here that there may come a point when America is no longer able to be reasonable and will be forced to militarily complete the job. And if that happens, and again, this is Trump's own words, the Islamic Republic of Iran will no longer exist. So that is the story the media is giving you. And now I want to show you something that none of them are talking about, and that something is Article 5 of the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, which is the ceasefire agreement that the United States itself signed. And it says, and I am reading the exact text here, that the Islamic Republic of Iran will make arrangements using its best efforts for the safe passage of commercial vessels with no charge for 60 days from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman and vice versa. And so let me say that again slowly. Iran will make the arrangements for safe passage, not America and not the United Nations and not Oman and not some joint committee, but rather Iran, the Islamic Republic of Iran, is the entity responsible under this agreement for deciding how ships move through the Strait of Hormuz. And does that make sense to you? Because America, with its own signature on the document, gave Iran the authority to manage the safe passage of commercial vessels, and then America turned around and bombed Iran for attacking the MT Kiku. And the question that I want you to ask yourself is, how does an attack on a ship that Iran was contractually obligated to protect trigger a military response from the United States when Iran was supposedly the party that signed on to ensure safe passage? And this is the piece that the mainstream media is leaving out entirely. And so you need to stay with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly what is happening with direct deposit this year and why some seniors are getting caught off guard, and the steps that can keep your payments safe and on time and out of the hands of the wrong people. And my name is Lana Maines, and I am here to represent the millions of seniors who deserve to know the truth about their money and who deserve to receive every single dollar they have earned without interruption and without hassle and without fear. And so let me start with the single most important change that is happening right now, and that is the complete and permanent end of paper checks for federal benefits. And this is not a rumor, and this is not a proposal, and this is not something that might happen in the future, but rather this is happening right now in 2026, and the Social Security Administration has made it clear that it intends to complete the transition to electronic payments for all beneficiaries this year. And as of June 2026, more than 99.6% of all claimants already received their checks electronically, but that leaves more than 283,000 Americans who still receive physical checks by mail, and those are the people who are most at risk of having their benefits disrupted. And the federal government has been moving toward electronic payments for years, but the final push came with an executive order signed in March of 2025 that required all federal benefits to be paid electronically. And while the Social Security Administration has been working to get everyone switched over, there are still hundreds of thousands of people who have not yet made the change, and the deadline for that transition was September 30th of 2025, but the government has been extending the timeline, and now the full transition is expected to be completed later this year. And the reason for this change is simple, and it is rooted in three things, and those three things are security and savings and efficiency, and the data is absolutely clear on this point, because paper checks are 16 times more likely to be lost or stolen or altered or returned as undeliverable than electronic payments, and the cost of printing and mailing a single paper check is more than $3, which is roughly 20 times the cost of an electronic payment. And over the course of a year, the savings to the federal government are estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and all of that money can be used to support the beneficiaries. who rely on this program. And so the transition to electronic payments is not just a convenience for the government, but it is a safety measure for you, because when you receive your payment electronically, it goes directly into your bank account or onto your Direct Express debit card, and it is there on the scheduled payment date, and it is not sitting in a mailbox somewhere waiting to be stolen, and it is not being delayed by weather or by postal service issues, and it is not being intercepted by someone who is looking to commit fraud. And so the move to electronic payments is actually a move to protect you and to protect your money and to protect your peace of mind. But here is the problem, and here is where the danger lies, because having direct deposit does not guarantee that your information is current, and having direct deposit does not mean that your payments will automatically continue without issue, and having direct deposit does not mean that you can simply set it and forget it. Because the reality is that bank accounts close and routing numbers change and financial institutions merge and names change due to marriage or divorce, and all of these things can stop your payments without warning, and the Social Security Administration does not know that your information has changed unless you tell them, and they do not send you a reminder to check your information, and they do not send you a letter saying, please verify your direct deposit details. And so the responsibility falls on you and you alone to make sure that your information is correct and up to date. And this is where so many seniors get caught off guard, because they assume that once they set up direct deposit, they are done and they never think about it again. And then one day they wake up and their payment does not arrive and they have no idea why. And they start calling the Social Security Administration and they wait on hold for hours and they finally get through. And they are told that their payment was sent to an old account that was closed and that the bank returned the funds, and that the Social Security Administration has to reissue the payment, and that reissuance can take up to a week or longer. And in the meantime, they have no money to pay their bills, and they have no money to buy groceries, and they have no money to get their prescriptions, and they are left in a state of panic and financial distress. And all of this could have been avoided if they had simply checked their direct deposit information a few months earlier and made sure that everything was correct. And so the first thing you need to do right now is to confirm your direct deposit enrollment status, and you need to do this today, and you need to do this now, and you need to not wait another day, because the clock is ticking and the changes are coming, and you do not want to be caught off guard, and you do not want to be the person who wakes up to an empty bank account and a full inbox of overdue bills. And so you need to log in to your My Social Security account, and you need to verify your routing number and your account number, and you need to make sure that the name on the account matches your legal name, and you need to make sure that the account is open and active and ready to receive deposits. And if you have any doubts, you need to contact your bank and you need to confirm that everything is in order. And if you have changed banks or moved or changed your name, you need to update your information with the Social Security Administration immediately. And you need to do this through the official channels and not through any third party or any unsolicited caller who claims to be from the government. And now let me tell you about the new identity verification rules that the Social Security Administration has put in place, because these rules are designed to protect you, but they can also create obstacles if you are not prepared. And beginning April 28th, 2025, the Social Security Administration implemented new procedures that require anyone who wants to change their direct deposit information to prove their identity, either online through a My Social Security account or in person at a Social Security field office, and the agency will no longer accept direct deposit changes over the phone. And this change was made because the Social Security Administration is losing over $100 million a year in direct deposit fraud, and the agency determined that the information used through knowledge-based authentication, such as your date of birth and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number, is already in the public domain and is too easy for scammers to obtain. And so if you want to change your direct deposit information, the easiest and most secure way is online with a personal My Social Security account. And if you cannot access your My Social Security account, then you will need to visit a Social Security office in person to prove your identity. And this is a significant change because it means that you cannot simply call the Social Security Administration and update your banking information over the phone anymore. And you cannot rely on a family member or a caregiver to do it for you without proper authorization. And you need to plan ahead, and you need to make sure that you have access to your online account, or that you are physically able to visit a Social Security office if you need to make changes. And speaking of scammers, let me talk about the second major danger that is facing seniors right now. And that danger is scammers who are targeting seniors during this direct deposit transition. And these scammers are sophisticated and they are persistent and they are ruthless and they are using the confusion around the transition to steal banking information and to redirect payments and to empty accounts. And they are doing this by pretending to be government representatives, and they are calling and texting and emailing seniors, and they are telling them that they need to verify their bank account information to continue receiving benefits. And they are creating a sense of urgency, and they are creating a sense of fear, and they are pressuring seniors to act quickly without thinking. And the result is that seniors are handing over their banking details to criminals, and they are losing their hard-earned benefits, and they are left with nothing. And the saddest part is that the Social Security Administration does not call you, and the Social Security Administration does not text you, and the Social Security Administration does not email you asking for your bank account verification, and they never have and they never will. And any communication that claims to be from the government and asks for your personal information is a scam, and you need to hang up the phone, and you need to delete the email, and you need to block the number, and you need to report it to the authorities. And the scam pattern is always the same, and it is always recognizable if you know what to look for. And it starts with the scammer pretending to be an official agency, and they present a problem such as your account information is outdated or your payment is going to be delayed, and they create pressure and urgency by telling you that you must act immediately or you will lose your benefits. And then they request payment or personal information, and this is the moment when you need to stop and you need to think, and you need to remember that no legitimate government agency will ever call you and ask for your banking information, and so you should never provide it to anyone who calls you unsolicited. And you should always hang up and call the official Social Security number directly at 1-800-772-1213 to verify any communication that you receive. And let me also talk about the payment schedule, because this is another area where confusion can lead to problems and where scammers can exploit the situation. And the reality is that under the electronic system, your payment may arrive on a different date than you are used to. And this is because the Social Security Administration uses a specific schedule based on your birth date and your benefit type. And so if you are used to receiving your paper check on the 3rd of the month, you may now receive your direct deposit on a different Wednesday. And this can be disorienting, and this can lead to panic when your payment does not arrive on the day you expected. And that panic is exactly what scammers are counting on, because they know that you are vulnerable, and they know that you are worried, and they know that you are more likely to respond to a call or a text if you think your payment is late. And so it is absolutely essential that you check your updated payment date, and that you understand the schedule, and that you do not panic if your payment does not arrive on the exact day you expected. And the rule that I want you to follow is a 3-business-day waiting rule. And that means that if your payment does not arrive on the expected date, you should wait 3 full business days before you start making calls, and before you start panicking, and before you respond to any unsolicited communication, because in most cases, your payment is simply delayed by a banking holiday or a weekend or a processing issue, and it will arrive within a few days. And there is no need to panic, and there is no need to respond to a scammer who is trying to take advantage of your fear. And if after 3 business days your payment still has not arrived, then you should contact the Social Security Administration directly using the official phone number, and not any number that was provided to you by an unsolicited caller. And you should report the missing payment, and you should ask for an investigation, and you should take steps to protect your account. And you should do all of this through official channels and not through any third party that promises to help you for a fee. And let me also talk about the Direct Express program, because this is a vital option for seniors who do not have a bank account and who cannot get a bank account. And this program provides a prepaid debit card that is issued by the U.S. Treasury, and your Social Security benefits are loaded onto that card automatically on payment day. And this card can be used anywhere that MasterCard is accepted, and you can withdraw cash from ATMs, and you can use it to make purchases, and you can pay bills, and it provides a safe and secure way to receive your benefits without a bank account. And the Direct Express program is a lifeline for millions of seniors who are unbanked and who live in areas without access to financial institutions and who do not have the ability to open a traditional bank account. And it is a program that is free to enroll in, and it is a program that is backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. and it is a program that you should consider if you are still receiving paper checks and you do not have a bank account. And there is a major change happening with the Direct Express program as well, because the U.S. Treasury Department is replacing the current bank in charge of the cards, switching from Comerica Bank to Fifth Third Bank, and new people who are signing up for Direct Express cards are already receiving cards issued by Fifth Third Bank. And this is something to be aware of if you already have a Direct Express card or if you are planning to sign up. And I also want to talk about the waivers that are available for people who truly cannot switch to electronic payments, and the Social Security Administration and the Treasury Department have acknowledged that there are certain individuals who simply cannot make the transition due to mental health concerns or due to living in remote locations without access to financial institutions. And for these individuals, a waiver is available and they can continue to receive paper checks. But this waiver is not automatic, and it must be requested and it must be approved, and you need to contact the Treasury Department's Electronic Payment Solutions Center to apply for this waiver. And you need to do this as soon as possible because the process takes time and you do not want to be left without a payment while your waiver is being processed. And now I want to talk about the importance of creating an online Social Security account, because this is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect yourself and to monitor your benefits and to ensure that your payments are safe and secure. And when you create a My Social Security account, you can set up or change your direct deposit information, and you can get a benefit verification letter, and you can change your address, and you can print your Social Security 1099 form for tax time. And you can do all of this without having to visit a field office and without having to wait on hold for hours on the phone. And perhaps most importantly, your online account provides a secure way to manage your information, and it is the only way to change your direct deposit without having to visit a Social Security office in person. Because as I mentioned earlier, the Social Security Administration no longer allows direct deposit changes over the phone. And so having a My Social Security account is essential if you want to be able to manage your benefits conveniently and securely. And it is also essential if you want to receive alerts if someone attempts to change your address or your direct deposit information. And this is a critical layer of security, because if a scammer tries to redirect your payment to a different account, you will be able to see that change in your account, and you can take immediate action to stop the fraud and to protect your money. And this is the kind of protection that paper checks simply cannot provide. And this is the kind of protection that is essential in the modern digital world. And so I urge every single person watching this video to create a My Social Security account today and to set up multi-factor authentication and to check your account regularly and to monitor your benefits and to protect your information and to never share your login credentials with anyone and to always log out when you are finished and to use a strong password that is unique to this account, and to take every precaution to keep your account secure. And let me also talk about the importance of discussing financial protection with your trusted family members, because this is another layer of security that can help prevent fraud and can help you avoid costly mistakes. And having someone to consult before responding to a suspicious call or before making a change to your account can be the difference between falling for a scam and protecting your money. And I encourage you to designate a trusted family member or friend who can help you with your finances and who can be a sounding board when you receive unsolicited calls or messages, and who can help you verify information through official channels. And this is especially important given the new identity verification rules, because if you are unable to access your My Social Security account and you need to change your direct deposit information, you will have to visit a Social Security office in person. And having a family member who can help you with transportation and with navigating the process can make a big difference. And I want you to remember that the Social Security Administration will never call you and will never text you and will never email you asking for your personal information, and they will never threaten you, and they will never pressure you, and they will never demand immediate action. And any communication that exhibits these characteristics is a scam, and you should hang up the phone and you should delete the message and you should report it to the Social Security Administration, and you should protect your information and you should protect your money and you should protect your peace of mind. And so let me summarize the key actions that you need to take starting today. And the first action is to confirm your direct deposit enrollment status. and to verify your routing number and your account number, and to make sure that your information is correct and up to date. And the second action is to create a My Social Security account and to set up multi-factor authentication and to check your account regularly and to monitor your benefits. And the third action is to check your updated payment date and to understand the schedule and to follow the 3 business day waiting rule before reporting a delayed payment. And the fourth action is to never provide your banking information to unsolicited callers and to always verify through official channels. And the fifth action is to discuss financial protection with a trusted family member and to have someone you can consult before responding to suspicious communications. And the sixth action is to apply for a waiver if you truly cannot switch to electronic payments and to do this as soon as possible. And the seventh action is to consider the Direct Express program if you do not have a bank account and to enroll before the transition is complete. And I want you to understand that this is not just about following rules and this is not just about complying with government regulations, but this is about protecting your money and this is about protecting your security and this is about protecting your dignity and this is about ensuring that you receive every single dollar that you have earned without interruption and without hassle and without fear. And so I am urging you to take action today and to take action now and to not wait another day because the clock is ticking and the transition is happening and the scammers are out there and you need to be prepared and you need to be vigilant and you need to be proactive and you need to protect yourself and you need to protect your family and you need to protect your future. And I thank you for listening and I thank you for taking the time to learn about these important changes and I thank you for taking action and I wish you all the best in your retirement and all the best in your life and all the best in everything you do. And so go now and check your direct deposit and verify your information and create your online account and talk to your family and be vigilant and be safe and be secure and never forget that knowledge is power and that being prepared is the key to success. And so go now and be prepared and be successful and be at peace. And I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care of yourself and take care of your family and take care of your money. And remember that you are not alone and that there are people who care about you and that there are resources available to help you and that you have the power to protect yourself and you have the power to stay ahead of the scammers and you have the power to ensure that your payments arrive on time and in full. And so go now and use that power and use it wisely and use it effectively and use it today and use it now and never look back and never regret and never wonder what if, because you will have done everything you can and you will have left nothing to chance and you will have protected your money and your peace of mind and your future. And that is the goal and that is the dream and that is the reality that awaits you. And so go now and make it happen and make it real and make it yours. And I thank you for listening and I thank you for taking the time to learn about these important changes. And I thank you for taking action. And I wish you all the best in your retirement and all the best in your life and all the best in everything you do. And so go now and protect yourself and protect your money and protect your peace of mind and live your best life. And that is all there is to it. And that is all you need to do. And that is all that stands between you and a financially secure retirement. And so go now and do it today and do it with confidence and do it with determination and do it with the knowledge that you are taking control of your financial future and you are taking control of your benefits and you are taking control of your life. And that is a powerful thing and that is a beautiful thing and that is a thing worth celebrating. And so celebrate today and celebrate your action and celebrate your success and celebrate your protection and celebrate your peace of mind and celebrate everything that you have earned and everything that you deserve and everything that is yours. And so go now and protect yourself from the changes that are coming and do not let them catch you off guard and do not let them cost you money and do not let them steal your peace of mind. And I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care of yourself and take care of your family and take care of your money. And remember that knowledge is power and that being prepared is the key to success. And so go now and be prepared and be successful and be at peace.